GC Timepieces presents The Retake.
Hey, welcome back. You are tuned into GC Presents The Retake, and I am Mohit. Now, what makes a movie a cult movie? Right from the likes of Mother India to Mughal-e-Azam to Dilwale Dulhaniya Le Jayenge. Is it the star cast? Is it the songs? Is it the story? Is it the script? What is it? I'm going to find out just that with a Bollywood expert that I have on the show. Let's get rolling with the Filmy Hangout. Hey, you're watching the Filmy Hangout, and this is GC Presents The Retake. Now imagine two friends going out for a movie. Movie ends, both come back home. One goes to sleep while the other stays awake because the movie stays in his or her mind. They want to talk about it, they want to discuss it, they want to go through the movie once again because that is how much they love cinema. And that love sometimes ends up making you a Bollywood expert because you keep a track and a sharp eye on what's going on in Bollywood. And one such Bollywood expert is with me on the show. Her name is Sneha from Emirates 24/7. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you, Mohit. I'm good.
Such a pleasure to have you on the show, Sneha.
Sleepless, yeah, but
All right, but I'm pretty sure that fashion did not make you sleepless. Let's not call it cult movie. But fashion did get you thinking, did it?
it did. Thinking as to why Mother could have done a little more. He played on just to the stereotypes, collated a lot of viral videos of fashion shows and fashion news that we already know about. I would have hoped he would have gone a little ahead, pushed the boundaries, and given us a little more insight into what the real world is.
So, fashion cannot be necessarily called a cult film, but definitely a surprise success and a stupendous one. It got national awards to it, actors as well. Tell me, what do you think made fashion a success that it is?
I think it was all about glitz and glamour, as is the fashion world. And so there was nothing that, it just had all the ingredients that everyone wanted to watch. It had great music and great performances. What Madhur Bhandarkar did very intelligently is kind of collate all sorts of viral video footage of what a fashion world would seem to be. Stereotypical, but it works. Because you know what makes a video viral? He's clubbed it all together and made it his own. So I think that worked. Music, for sure. Salim Sulaiman did a fantabulous job. All the tracks were chartbusters. So I think, yeah, that's where it worked.
You know, the career graph, the way it took off. Priyanka was pretty, she was talented. Yes, some had their doubts, but fashion actually told the world that this girl can act. Let's talk about this metaphorical, beautiful jump that her career took after fashion.
She's done a great performance. I mean, it won her many awards. The National Award for the Best Actress. She did a great, a career graph that kind of pushed her in a lot of ways. I believe she went, there were weight loss, weight gain, to show the different Priyankas in the movie, the small town wannabe model to a model and how that transformation happens. She was on board full on that character sketch. Also, I feel it was her kind of time in the game because there was Dostana and there was fashion. Commercial successes as well as kind of explored her potential as a true actor.
Alright, what was also very interesting in this movie is this ensemble of characters, various people playing very, very small, large characters, a beautiful ensemble. Let's discuss the cast and how that affected the movie.
With Mother, the thing is, it's a very templated narrative and it's also a templated casting. There's always shades of black and white. They're either great people or they're really evil. There are no in-betweens, there are no shades of grey. That I thought was a little unbecoming of a filmmaker who should, when you're exploring an industry, you should give them an overall outlook. You cannot limit yourself to the good guys and the bad guys. In terms of performances, Priyanka stood out, Kangana Ranaut stood out. Mugdha Godse is a model herself. There were glitches. There was Arbaz Khan as well. I think that this is one of his career best. He played it very, very classy, very subdued. There was Kitu Gidwani. She was really good. So, yeah, I think it worked. But there were stereotypes. He could have eliminated a lot of stereotypes. The kind of stuff that you read in gossip columns, those are the kind of stuff that he played with. And that's one of my issues with fashion. He should have given it a little more choreographed.
Also, the music of the film was very, very good. Such a surprise where Madhur Bhandarkar is actually not really known for making great music in his films, but Fashion was a fantastic surprise, right? From Fashion Ka Jalwa to Kuch Khas Hai to Mar Jawa, which was a fantastic song and a super hit as well. What did you think about the music?
Music was outstanding. I mean, I remember the time when Fashion came, every club would play these songs, remixed or otherwise. Fashion shows would have these songs. It became kind of synonymous, and the commerce says your music has to be top notch. And it connected in a lot of ways. Even it was a narrative on its own, and that was the beauty of the music that Salim Sulaiman composed for Fashion.
That brings me to a very interesting observation that I've had about the movie. It is often believed, which is a stereotype, that if you want to enter Bollywood, you leave your morals behind, and it's the company of the wrong people, and there's so much of wrong things that you have to do, like wrong things and substance abuse and all of that. Now, this movie also deals with a lot of that. But about the thought and the belief, like I talked about, what are your thoughts on that?
It's very, I think, simplistic to say that movies are a reflection of what the society has. It's tough to say you need to, imitate whatever a movie shows, or these are the kind of things. Their experiences can be different, but we love stereotypes. We love to just be very lazy about it and say, you know what, you're an actor, these are the things you got to do. It doesn't work that way, and that was my biggest problem with Fashion, because it played on those stereotypes. I mean, when you're really upset, then you're either with a glass or either you're puffing away. When you're really happy, then you're really nice and you would maybe drink juice. Things like that. And I think movies are there to make money, and they are not there to teach you a lesson in life. So stereotypes, it's up to individuals to generally weigh in and out. Yeah, Bollywood has a role to play, but I think it's tough to generalize, and Fashion did a little bit of stereotyping in itself. There was gender bias, there was a gender stereotyping in fact, and a certain brand, a certain way that a model would be, or a designer would be, his hairstyle or the way he walks. So I think, yeah, it's not that simplistic to just... we are all human beings. There are industries and there are different variables. So it cannot just be restricted to a certain industry.
Okay, now this brings me to the most favorite bit of this segment of mine. This is when I would suggest, hypothetically, that Madhur Bhandarkar, although may not want to remake Fashion, but if at all he approaches you to say, would you like to remake Fashion? And I'm pretty sure, going by what I've observed until now, you may just say no. But hypothetically, if you do agree to remake Fashion, who would you cast and how would it look like?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to remake Fashion, like you said, but if I had to, it would still be Priyanka Chopra and Kangna, but I will swap their roles, because I think Kangna she's an actor who can bring a lot more intensity, a lot more shades to the character, and I would hope that we don't work on stereotypes. So there's not just the glass and the puffing that happens.
Correct.
There's a little more ups and downs and little more in-depth analysis on who they are. Priyanka would give a greater touch to what Kangana did. I think Kangana at that point was again stereotyped. She was playing the same old routine. A lot of the sequences, a lot of the sequences look like it could have been part of another film.
Yeah.
So I think it would be nice to see how Priyanka deals with that. Okay. And you have Mugdha Godse, who didn't get much of a role. Her character was there somewhere, but powerful nevertheless, because the kind of choices she has to make, the man she has to marry. And I think Isha Gupta, she's gorgeous, would be a good swap. Like she's not just pretty, she's got talent, and considering Mugdha's role deserved a little edginess, I think we would get Isha on board for that.
Interesting. Right now I can almost visualize my audience going, oh no, or maybe, oh yes, she's right. Now this is some good discussion that I'm pretty sure is happening at home right now. Now if at all you agree with Sneha, let us know. If you disagree with her, please let us know on our various social media platforms. I'll give you the info in just a little while. But right now, thank you very, very much for coming on to the show, Sneha, a true blue Bollywood expert and a Bollywood fan.
Good fun. Thank you, Mohit.
Good fun.
Yeah,
thank you. Quite a power-packed show that was, wasn't it? Now is the time for me to say goodbye, and goodbye is always so tough to say, right? But I will leave with a promise that I will come back next week, same time on the same channel for you, ladies and gentlemen. This is GC Presents The Retake, and I am Mohit. Now, until I'm away, if you want to keep in touch with me or find out what is up on The Retake, follow us on our various social media channels. The information is right here, and I shall see you next time. Until then, yalla bye.
GC Timepieces presents The Retake. Presenting sponsor.
GC Timepieces. Swiss precision by Guess.
In association with Novo Cinemas, Gulf Technical, Jodhpur, Royal Dining, radio partner Radio Mirchi.